Take advantage of the Boxing King Media discount at BYD Sheffield. You can get this amazing car for £269 per month with a £269 deposit. Details in the description.
Boxing King Media, powered by BYD. Delighted to be joined by, I was going to say a couple of Yorkshire legends, one adopted Yorkshire legend and one legend himself, Mr. Jamie McDonnell, Sonny Edwards. Jamie, come to you first, mate. It's a pleasure. How are you doing? I've not seen you for a long time. How are you?
Yeah, I'm good, thank you. I'd like to say enjoying retirement, but it's just same old, well, I can't swear, same old shit, you know what I mean?
Swear on here.
It's same old shit. Yeah. To be fair, I call it normal life and it's boring.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was telling Sonny there, like, you've got routine, we had the structure, you know, like you go to gym, you come out and you kind of get left and forgotten about, but then you go to work, same shit, Monday to Saturday, save 1 or 2 holidays a year, I've started saving up, you know, so I am enjoying it, to be fair, but yeah, I'd wish to be back in here, like, to be fair.
I'm pretty sure Sonny's probably telling you he's early few days in retirement. I don't know if he is still or not, or what's the latest. You guys been discussing retirement?
Yeah, and how happy we are that we don't have to go to the gym at 8 o'clock in the morning and run 10 miles at night when we eat too much. Yeah, no, look, there's a lot of pros that come with being an active professional boxer. It's probably one of the best, most interesting, most spontaneous kind of life you can live. 1 minute you're here, 1 minute you're there. One phone call happens, now you're fighting on the other side of the world. It's life changing, and it really can be like that. And then you come away from that, and even I'm feeling the same. People are talking about my retirement. I don't think I've ever worked so much in my life. I've never had a job before. I was always just boxing. I turned pro early. I was on GB and uni before that, and just school before that. I've never ever had a job. So actually, me working now with Matchroom is the first job I've ever had.
What do you think, Jamie, because you've had a few years of this now, what do you think's going to hit him? Is anything going to hit him in the next few months or next year or so?
It takes a year or two. You do miss it. Obviously, I'm 39 next in a few weeks, so like,
Mate.
Thank you. I'd love to come back, and you still think you've got it. You go for a run, and after 2 miles, your legs, your age catches up with you. It takes a few years to kick in. Like, if I were, how old are you?
I'm 29.
Yeah, get a year or two, he'll miss it, and he might get another blast. I can bet you now. So it takes a year or two, it sinks in. But I was too old to come back. Do you know what I mean? My body won't let me. Whereas he's still young. He might have a year or two out and think, you know what, I'll get another role.
Yeah. Sonny, I was going to ask you, like, you know, sometimes boxers, when they disappear, people can appreciate them afterwards. This guy, if you know boxing, you know obviously everything he's accomplished. He's been in with the best world champion. How good was he? To tell, like, the 18, 19-year-olds who are probably watching this video now, who are just coming into boxing now because of all the stuff in the last couple of years, tell them how good Jamie was.
No, Jamie was a terrific fighter, and his brother as well. And as my eyes really started focusing on the pros, is when, you know, Jamie was probably getting there and then getting to the top. And I can remember watching a fair few of his fights, to be honest, and he got to the toppest level of the sport. He won, defended world titles. He travelled and fought, probably arguably right now the pound for pound #1 in the world, really, in a new way, if not very, very close up there. He was involved in great events. He was great for Yorkshire and boxing in general, to be honest, and especially like at these lighter weights. Sometimes, you could do everything he done without getting no praise or no attention, but I think what Jamie and his brother Gavin did at these weights, for me and my brother, like, coming through, okay, we're a bit lighter, but it stood us in great stead because, every time there is events with the smaller weights and headliners and world titles and genuine stories that people care about, then it's much easier for someone to be excited for the next fighter coming through. So, but yeah, Jamie, terrific, and someone that, been bumping into since I've been in and around boxing, and yeah, pleasure every time I see him, and a great career, to say the least.
Did you guys ever spar, Jamie? Did you ever cross paths?
I don't think.
No, I don't think. At one point, I think I was asked, but then I think Dave got someone else in just because I was a bit late. Yeah. But
I don't think I sparred Charlie or you. I don't think.
No.
Okay.
What are you enjoying about boxing now? Because obviously the landscape's completely changed. I bet you was around in this current era. What are you enjoying about it now?
Enjoy about it?
Yeah.
I don't.
No way.
Telling you now, I've just said there, I'm coming down. I don't know no fighters. Well, there was a show where I had to pay for it. What was that big show last week?
Last week,
had to
last
pay-
crescendo, huh?
Yeah, but I watched it. But I was with lads, so you don't really watch it. Like literally, I enjoy it. Do you know what I mean? But I don't religiously watch it. I only did it for the job, for money. Don't get me wrong, big shows and that I'll go down or I'll watch it. But yeah, no, you can't really say I enjoy it. To be fair.
You know what? It's weird because a lot of people you speak to, boxers retired, do say similar to what you said. Miguel Cotto, I spoke to him recently, and he's pretty much said the same thing. For him, it was just a sacrifice to set up his kids and missus for the future.
It was just a job to me, honestly. With Eddie ring, I'd just say how much. Let's go, and that's it. Just crack on. Obviously, fight week, you start thinking, well, I hope I don't get injured or poorly, because if you don't get it in ring, you don't get paid. And camps cost money, do you know what I mean? It was just a means to an end for me. Like I say, I miss having routine and structure, and but yeah, it's I don't really usually follow it.
Did you watch the boxing at the weekend? The big talking point with the punch after the bell.
No, but I've seen bits on Instagram.
Let's get you both debating. Sonny, I've seen what Sonny said. Sonny's adamant that.
after bell.
Yeah. Was it justified DQ?
I don't think so.
But it wasn't isolated though, is what I'd say. It was.
Do you think it should have been
Yeah,
disqualified?
100%. Because in the third round he had a final warning for his head.
I didn't
And then
watch
he
fight.
didn't, and then he had 2 points taken off for his head, and he elbowed him and cut him with an elbow, and he was just using a lot of the dark arts and getting away with an awful lot. Because obviously it is a fight, like there is like a grey area where obviously some bits allowed, but I wasn't surprised that he was getting penalised the way he was, because he was, in my opinion, initiating all the fouling, and then that punch at the end, he actually threw 2 punches after the bell. The first punch that just touched him was after the bell, and then the second one that he set for was way after the bell. I thought it was a little bit too good.
Big argument. I don't know if you've seen it. A lot of people are saying this. I can't name them now, but they were saying that Crocker was basically having his head hands up, and he was leaning forward with his head as well, and just the momentum was kind of both of them kind of catching each other with the head, but there wasn't any deliberate bang like
No.
Tony Bellew said.
No, but I completely disagree with that, just in the sense of, if you actually look at what Crocker was doing from the very first moment of the fight, he had a high guard, he was stiff, and he was staying in the same place. He wasn't moving, he wasn't advancing forward, he was staying and giving him a target. And then Paddy was going for a rhythm of either touching, either going to the body, or either going from here, having his head right on right on Crocker's gloves, or head really, and then coming back. It was like he was going jab, head, right hand, head. He was doing it over and over again. He was getting a break every single time by putting his head from here up there. If I headbutted your camera now, could I see you for your camera headbutting me when it's there and I've come over and headbutted it? No, you can't. So he's the one that's getting penalised.
And I'm only saying that, like I said, I only seen the clip. He hit him after the bell. I ain't seen the fight, so like Sonny says, he knows. Like I've only seen the clip. I don't watch it. I've seen the clip. He's hit him after. Obviously, if he's been roughing him up in that fight, fair enough. I don't know, but I only seen the clip, so he did hit him after the bell. But
one other big talking point before we talk about this show quickly. Gervonta Davis, is it Gervonta Davis? Did you watch him taking any at the weekend?
like I said, I've just seen clips on Instagram. I've seen clips.
It's mad, innit?
I just didn't draw like. I run about, to be fair, I was telling our kid when I said, "Oh, that Tank got a draw," and he's like, he goes to his wife, laughing. He goes, "Who's Tank? Do you know Tank?" I said, "Tank, that Gervonta Davis," because I don't know no names, and obviously I know his name. But like I said, I just seen it on Instagram. Did he get a draw? Didn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah. And like I say, I didn't see it fight, but I just seen little clips, and obviously it was all.
Was it? Should it have been an account?
Oh, it didn't. Oh, I've seen that.
Yeah.
It didn't. His glove didn't even touch down though.
No, but his knee did, and
Oh, did it?
His reasoning is because he had some gel or Vaseline in his hair, and that.
that's not your opponent's fault. And if at any time you take a knee on the floor, it's a 10-8 round.
Oh, if your knee touches, is that?
And he did. He went knee down. No,
Oh yeah.
He put his knee down, and then ran straight to his corner and started complaining about his eye. But I've been in a ring where I cannot see out of my eye. Cannot see. You can't just go on one side. I can't see. Can you just wipe my eye? Like you can't do that. Blood pouring out your eyes, complete red, like underwater in a red bath, and you don't have that luxury. Only someone that, I guess, has that much belief that the systems around him is gonna help him will do that, because
Yeah, like he can
no
do
one
what he
thinks,
wants.
oh, I'm gonna go down on one knee and it's not gonna be a 10-8 round. No one else is gonna assume that. Lamont Roach wouldn't have assumed that at any point, no matter what he was going through. So yeah, I think that should have been a 10-8 round, and by the scorecards then he would have lost the fight. But big fan of Gervonta, but yeah, I don't think that he should have been able to get away with that, because no matter what's going on, you can't look at the ref and ask them to stop the action. They have to do it.
Did they not class it as a knockdown?
No, they started counting, and then because he was speaking to the ref, then they just boxed in, and it won a 10-8. So it was mental to me, to be honest. You can't take a knee.
I find it mad how out of touch you are with boxing, because you completed the game pretty much. You won all domestic titles, you won a world title.
Everyone, English, British, Commonwealth, European, and I defended them all. Defended them all, IBF, WBA.
And it's mad how switched off you are from the entire game.
I know.
It's only a few years ago. You're talking like you retired 30 years ago.
I know, 3-4 years, but like I said, I only see whatever goes on Instagram.
Yeah.
That's it. Do you know what I mean? So I can't even judge you now for this. Like I didn't. I thought the class that as a knockdown. I thought your glove had to touch floor me, but obviously it's just, you know. I can remember. What was it? When I got a draw in Monte Carlo, and I got back to Colwell and I got upset because I thought, well, you lose your world title, you're losing your paydays. So I'm started crying to Dave. What are you crying for? He said it'll be a draw. I said, will it? I didn't know rules. But I have to go off to 4 rounds. I'm like, oh, so I'll keep my belt. He went, yeah. So I'm like, yeah, I'll get another pay. I'm like, oh, yeah. Then I perked up, but I didn't even know rules. Honestly, asked Dave, he's just come in. I didn't even know rules. Then I'm like, oh, yeah, get another payday. Because you lose your belt.
Bear in mind, that would have been about, what, 30 fights into your career as well?
Fuck it, honestly, I don't know.
That's mad.
And ref tells you it rules before the fight. Yeah, honestly.
That's mad.
Ask Dave, honestly.
Lastly, Jamie, I'm going to catch up with you at some point because I'm sure you got some great stories. I'm sure you fought years, well, didn't you? Did you fight you did, yeah. Great fight. You've obviously headlined at Doncaster Stadium before, and Terry Harper's about to do it.
It was freezing, honestly. It was May. It was in May. They were putting the coat on me, you know, in between rounds. And I wanted to get up and get fighting because I was freezing. It was that cold.
Stay back from you.
Yeah. So I'm like, after 10 seconds, I'm ready, you know, because I just wanted to get up and get warm again. But yeah, brilliant night. When they say, and they knew, oh man, I can remember it. You know, when I watch it back,
That was a hard fight as well, I remember that guy.
Seiji, yeah. But man, I was flapping a little bit because he won a banger. It's always in the back of your head, do you know what I mean? But yeah, I pulled it off and serving history books, you know what I mean? Can't take that away from you.
A word on Terry Harper headlining here, you know, for women's boxing. It's pretty big, isn't it?
Yeah, will they fill this then?
I think he's aiming for 10,000 is what I've been told, but because they've got a lot of ticket sellers on the undercard as well.
Yeah, do you know what? It's brilliant. I love my night here. To be fair, I didn't think we'd ever get back here, but obviously we've got a few good fighters now with Terry, Maxi, you know, rest of lads coming through. It'll be brilliant if they can fill this. Fill it. It'll be brilliant.
So, any last word?
Nah, just looking forward to the fight, to be honest. Looking forward to the press conference getting started. I think there's a few good fights on there. Young Ed Hardy will be making his return as well. As long as he gets through his date in April, you know, with no issues, then he'll be back out on here. So yeah, really excited for the card, and yeah, looking forward to it.
Sonny, Jamie, pleasure speaking to you guys. Thank you very much.
What is that?